In the last video, we talked about anemia. Some people kept asking me, how can we now alleviate anemia in the best way possible, in the most natural possible, through foods, because food is medicine. So today we'll talk about Pearl-Millet, a very beautiful crop from the grass family, which is widely used in Asia, Africa, Caribbean, the Indian subcontinent. So first of all, let's talk about what is Pearl-Millet and how does it alleviate anemia and any other diseases that can be found within us. Pearl-Millet, commonly known as the Synum Penistum glaucum, is a widely grown variety type of millet. So there are various types of millet. There are actually about 6 or 7 varieties of millet. So, but today we'll talk about the Pearl-Millet. There's what we call foxtail, there's fonio, there is finger millet too. So, but today let's talk about the Pearl-Millet. It has been grown in Africa and the Indian subcontinent since prehistoric times. And it was domesticated some time back in the Sahel zone of West Africa. According to the archaeological-botanical research, the presence was confirmed of Pearl-Millet in the Sahel, North Mali, between 2500 and 2000 BC. And last year, it was recognized by the United Nations General Assembly in 2021, and 2023 was the International Year of Millet. So it has been recognized internationally because of the rich nutrients, medicinal value, and the nutritional value, and also as a food and security measure. I want to give you the nutritional facts why we believe why it is the best crop, especially in climate change. Now, for 1 cup of 200 gram, the nutrition amount, the protein we're talking of 92%, water is 17.3, total calories 756 kilocalories, total carbohydrates 146, dietary fiber 17, fatty and fatty acids, total fat 8.4 grams, saturated fat 1.4 grams, monounsaturated fat 1.5 grams, polyunsaturated fat 4.3, omega-3 fatty acids 236 milligram, omega-6 fatty acids 4 grams. It also has vitamins. Vitamin A 100 milligram, vitamin C 1.8 milligram, thiamine 8.2 milligram, riboflavin 580 milligram, niacin 9.4 milligram, vitamin B 768 milligram, foliate 170, Pantothenic acid 1.7 milligram. It is also good in minerals. Let's see what it has in minerals. Calcium 16 milligrams, iron 6 milligrams, magnesium 228 milligrams, potassium 570 milligrams, phosphorus 390 milligrams, sodium 10 milligrams, zinc 3.4 milligram, copper 1.5 milligram, manganese 3.3 milligram, selenium 5.4, and also Pearl-Millet has about 378 calories per 100 gram of weight. Now you can see why we consider it a very good crop, because it has what we call several vitamins inside. There are about 20 of them found in one crop. Then total fatty acids, which are the good acids, they're also there. Then we have proteins. The carbohydrates is very low. So what a wonderful crop. We can name it as a superfood. Let's now go dive into the health benefit of the Pearl-Millet. Scientists say that it prevents type 2 diabetes. We all know that diabetes is a chronic condition affecting millions around the world. A sudden spike of sugar is a cause of concern and dietary habits, and plays a very good role in controlling blood glucose. Now, our Pearl-Millet, it has a combination of what we call the good carbs and also ample dietary fiber. And it makes it now an ideal diet for those suffering from diabetes. If somebody is a pre-diabetic and the condition runs in the family because some of them is hereditary, if you consume Pearl-Millet, I mean, let's say thrice a week, you're good to go. The body will provide you with slowly digestible starch, and the starch that is there regulates the sugar, the glucose, and then it lowers the risk of lifestyle disorder. That is if you are not in the pre-diabetic, but it is a family thing, so you can always control it. This is what we call prevention and management. So by eating Pearl-Millet, it is good. So how do you eat the Pearl-Millet? You can either eat it in people who eat chapati. There's also the Indian roti. You can also use it in porridge. There is ugali. You can also make it in bread and cakes. And then you can also eat maybe with other vegetables, which are also good, rich in iron and zinc, which are always available in your local market or throughout the country. Now, another thing about Pearl-Millet is that it aids in weight loss. We all know that 40% to 50% of the adults in the world are obese. And obesity is also one of the killer diseases. Now, being overweight comes with very many health problems and health challenges. So if you want to shed those extra fat, Pearl-Millet should be a top priority focus on your top food choices. It is rich in protein, therefore helps in building, strengthening the muscles and repair tissues. It is also low in carb, so basically you'll have to cut down your carb intake by taking Pearl-Millet, so definitely now it will aid you in weight loss. Then there is a common problem affecting women of all age groups, right from teenage to those menopause, called polycystic ovarian syndrome. Now, that hormonal disorder plays havoc in health, interferes with moods, severe fatigue, unwanted hair growth. Also, besides medication, losing weight, strictly dieting by using Pearl-Millet can provide ample help. It is loaded with iodine and fiber. That one cuts down the fat, the type of fat that is normally found around the abdominal region. Then it regulates the menstrual cycle and prevent other associated lifestyle disorders. Then another good thing about Pearl-Millet, it is good for the heart. Hearty healthy. You want to have a good whatever, eat Pearl-Millet. The heart is a vital organ. And also now when you have a good diet, it will function at its optimum. Pearl-Millet has this powerhouse of magnesium and potassium. Magnesium and potassium plays a role in dilating blood vessels. Therefore, they facilitate better blood circulation. So if you take Pearl-Millet regularly in any form, it will reduce the bad, or what we call the LDC cholesterol, you know, the bad fat in the cholesterol, therefore preventing blocking of the arteries. And then there's also another thing in the millet. You remember we talked about rich source of omega-3 fatty acids? Yes. So the omega-3 fatty acids are good for a healthy heart. Another good thing about this Pearl-Millet, which makes it a superfood, it eases digestion. In the gut, a healthy gut is an overall indication of health. Once your gut is healthy, that is where the food first of all goes in, then the other parts of the body are overall good. Now, Pearl-Millet helps in achieving what we call a good digestion and preventing constipation. It is also a gluten-free cereal, therefore good for those who are suffering from celiac disease, or even to prevent celiac disease. And celiac disease, I've covered in some other videos. It brings about so many illnesses and diseases in the body, including cardiovascular diseases, mood swings, stomach pain, irritable bowels. So if you're battling with constipation, consume Pearl-Millet. regularly. The fiber helps in regulating the bowel movements. So the irritable bowel syndrome will actually be a thing of the past. Then our body at any time needs to be detoxified. So Pearl-Millet is a natural detoxifier. It has amazing components and compounds, antioxidants, including phenols, tannins, and phytic acid. And this one also can prevent stroke, cardiovascular problems, and various types of cancer. Antioxidants are normally the relievers of the free radicals, which normally are causing cancer. Now, the catechins and the catechin in bajra, they cleanse the liver, kidney, and detoxify the body from promoting. Besides that, once the liver and kidney are detoxified, people always have a beautiful skin. Another very important aspect of the Pearl-Millet, it boosts the lungs. Lungs are ideal for our breathing. So, for people living in those very cold areas or climatic conditions, and especially those ones who are suffering from asthma and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, Pearl-Millet has anti-inflammatory properties. And these ones are in the presence of the omega-3 oil that will reduce the swelling, it will clear mucus, and it will aid in proper breathing. Another area where Pearl-Millet is a superfood, we normally have acidity. So Pearl-Millet combats that acidity. It falls in the category of alkaline foods, which means it's an ideal choice for food for fighting acidity. Acidity comes up from building up of gases, which normally leads to various complications like severe discomfort in the chest, burning sensation in the stomach and esophagus. Now, acidity can only be dealt through foods by strict diets, by consuming bland foods, And this kind of foods like the Pearl-Millet with other vegetables, which are indigenous, they'll actually help reduce acidity considerably. Now, another area where Pearl-Millet is very good, and you remember we talked of Pearl-Millet having vitamins. There is this category of people who are, let's say, the pregnant women of reproductive age. Pearl-Millet have a rich presence of vitamin B9, which is also known as folic acid. And that's why at times when people go to the hospitals, they're normally given folic acid tablets. But here we are saying, why can't you take these natural foods? They are full of folic acid. Folic acid purpose is, it's good. Folate is crucial for forming what we call the DNA or RNA. And these ones are for producing red blood cells. And this is one of the major factors that define the growth rate of the fetus in the pregnancy. So this is something very good for women who are in the reproductive age and are pregnant, so that now when they get the folate, the child in the womb will have to grow healthy in the womb, and also now even at birth you not have major complications because of the vitamin B9, which is known as the folic acid, and it helps in that. And also it's also good for women who are lactating and also breastfeeding, apart from the ones who are pregnant. Another good vibe about Pearl-Millet: strengthen bonds. Especially people who are above 30, because there's a tendency of our daily lives, people get tired. So why is it that it is good for the bones? It has what we call phosphorus. Phosphorus, along with calcium, it strengthens bones, then prevents the joint pains. So after it prevents that, then it will also avert the risk of chronic diseases like osteoporosis. So strengthening bones is one of the good things that when you take Pearl-Millet in any form will help you in that. Another thing with our eyesight, where Pearl-Millet is very good, is about night blindness. Night blindness is a chronic disease. At times it can be hereditary. So when we take Pearl-Millet, it will improve our eyesight. Now, poor eyesight in children and adults can cause complications. But the advantage of Pearl-Millet having vitamin A and zinc prevent this night blindness. It provides a better eyesight and reduces other visually related problems like macular degenerated or what we call presbyopia. Now, our bodies normally get tired because of the normal daily life that we have. But now, our Pearl-Millet has something that can fuel in the form of food, which brings the instant energy because your body needs to rejuvenate it. Being rich in what we call vitamin B1. This one helps in absorption of nutrients in the body by converting it into ATP. ATP is the adenosine triphosphate. So if you want to beat fatigue, Pearl-Millet is your best bet. Now, let's go to another one which is very good and everybody wants to look good and with the hair. Let's talk about Pearl-Millet and skin and hair health. Since we said it contains various nutrients, we talked of vitamins, we talked of a lot of them. Now, thanks to the presence of protein, there's the fiber, iron, zinc, folate, and niacin. These ones, they strengthen what we call the hair follicles. And then they make the skin glow from within. So, Pearl-Millet does everything. Take Pearl-Millet and you are good. So, as we've heard, Pearl-Millet has all that in it. So, please, it will be good to consume it every now and then. And we like to give you the culinary how to use Pearl-Millet. I will give you the names. In some places, it is used to make bakri flatbread. It is also boiled to make Tamil porridge called kabun choru or kabun kabuz. In Kenya, we used to make it with ugali, or you can mix with other cassava to make ugali, especially in parts of Western Kenya. So when you eat it like ugali, it is good to eat that with vegetables. It is also used in making porridge, uji. It's also used in making breads. It's also used in making chapatis and cakes. And it can also be used in any other pastry forms that you're baking, so long as it is mixed well with other flours. Now, in India, it is made into millet flour and yogurt. And then in some places like Rajasthan, Punjab and Haryana, and Maharashtra in India, it is served with various meals, kadhi or banji. And then in Sindhi, there's various types of kadhi or banji in their lives. So I'll also give you something that was about Kenya. Also in India, is the largest producer of Pearl-Millet. And it was there between 1500 and 11,000 BC. And currently, and then arrived in East Africa by India, by the Red Sea. You remember in East Africa is where the Indians came to build, they were trading with Africa during a long time. So in Africa, as you said, it is grown in Sahel region, and then in Nigeria, Mali, Burkina Faso, and then also now in South Africa, in the sub-Saharan Africa. So thank you very much for listening, and please subscribe, share, like, and also put some comments. In case of anything that you might want to add, we are not the wholly with the knowledge. Please let us know any other better uses of Pearl-Millet, how to use it for culinary feed so that you can help people prevent diseases. We normally say food is thy medicine and medicine is thy food. And we want people to live a better health life because health burden is real. 2 billion people on the universe are facing malnutrition and obesity. So let's eat well, encourage each other, share information so that we can leave the world a better place. Thank you very much and be blessed.